she's coming again. Let's run.
I ain't scared of her.
I got one more thing to tell you, young woman. If you ever so much as poke your nose in my carousel again, you'll be thrown out. Right out on your little pig behind.
You got no call to talk to her like that. She's doing you no harm.
Oh, ain't she? Think I want to get in trouble with the police and lose my license?
What is the woman talking about?
Let my barber fool with you. Ain't you ashamed? He leaned against her all through the ride.
He leaned against the chariot, and he didn't lay a hand on me.
Oh, no, Miss Innocence. And he didn't put his arm round your waist, neither.
And suppose he did. Is that a reason to have a epileptic fit?
You keep out of this, you rip. You've had my warning. If you come back, you'll be thrown out.
Who'll throw me out?
Billy Bigelow, the barber. Same fella you let get so free with you.
I bet he wouldn't throw me out.
I bet the same thing.
You mind your business, hussy.
Go back to your carousel and leave us alone.
Yeah, leave us alone, you.
I don't run my business for a lot of chippy.
Yeah, Chippy is...
Ah, shut up! Jabber. What's going on anyway? Spitting and sputting like 3 lumps of corn popping on a shovel.
Mr. Bigelow,
Now, don't yell!
I didn't yell.
Oh, don't. So what's the matter?
Take a look at that girl, Billy. She ain't ever to be allowed in my carousel again. Next time she tries to get in, if she ever dares, I want you to throw her out. Understand? Throw her out.
All right. You heard what the lady said, bro. Run along home.
Come on.
No, I won't.
Like a drink?
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Bigelow, tell me, please, honest and truly, if I came to the carousel again, would you throw me out?
Well, what did she do anyway?
She says you put your arm around my waist.
So that's it. Oh, this is something new. Can't I put my arm around a girl without I get your permission? Is that how it is?
Just don't want that one around no more.
Listen, you come here just as often as you like, see? And if you ain't got the money, Billy Bigelow will stand you to the right.
Big talker, ain't you, Mr. Bigelow? I suppose you think I can't throw you out, too, if I wanted. You're such a good barker, I can't get along without you. That it? Well, just for that, you're discharged. Your services are no longer required. You're bounced, see?
Very well, Mrs. Mullen.
You know, I could bounce you if I felt it.
Yeah, and you felt like it just now. Well, ain't that funny? So I'm bounced.
Do you have to pick up every word I say? I only
Then
said...
my services are no longer required. Very well, Mrs. Mullen. We'll let it go at that.
All right, you devil. We'll let it go at that.
Mr. Bigelow...
Hey, now, you keep out of this.
I don't want this to happen to count of me.
And you apologize to her.
Me? Apologize to her? For what? For spoiling the good name of my carousel. The business that was left to me by my dear, saintly, departed husband, Mr. Mullen. I only wish my poor husband was alive right now.
Yeah, I bet he don't.
He gives you such a smack of the jaw.
Yeah, that's something I'm going to give you. You don't dry up.
You upstart. After all I've done for you, now I'm through with you for good. Get here?
Get.
Through for good. I won't take you back like before.
Mr. Bigelow.
And don't you feel sorry for me. I'll give you a slap in the jaw. Don't you feel sorry for me neither.
I don't feel sorry for you, Mr. Bigelow.
You're a liar. It's written all over your face. You think that now she's fired me, I won't be able to get another job.
What will you do now?
Well, first of all, I'll go and buy myself a glass of beer. Whenever anything worries me, I'll go and buy myself a glass of beer.
Then you are bothered about losing your job.
No, just about who will buy me the beer. Will you buy it for me? Will you? How much money you got?
43 cents?
And you? Hey, I asked you, how much money you got? Oh, I see. All right, look, I'm going to go and get my stuff from the carousel. You can stay here. When I come back, we'll go for a drink. No, you keep your money. I'll pay.
Julie, do you like him?
I don't know.
Did you like him when he talked just then? When he put you on the carousel?
you still here.
You told us to wait for you.
Yeah, but I said one of you was to wait. What do you think I want with two of you? One can stay, the other can go home.
All right.
One of you that goes home. Where do you work?
At Bascone's cotton mill, a little ways up the river.
And you?
I work there too.
Well, one of you goes home. Which of you wants to stay? I ask you, which of you wants to stay?
Whoever stays loses her job.
How do you mean?
Old Bascone's girls have to be respectable. We all have to live in a mill boarding house. If we're late, they lock us out and we can't go back to work there anymore.
That's right. So if you're not back on time, you get fined.
That's right.
Julie, should I go?
I can't tell you what to do.
All right, you can stay if you like.
So that's right. Eh? If you're not back on time, you get bounced.
Should I go, Julie?
Why do you keep asking me that?
You know what's best to do.
All right, Carrie, you can go home.
Well, good night.
Well, looks like you're both out of a job. You had your supper?
No,
You want to go and eat out on the pier?
no,
Somewhere else?
no.
You don't come to the Carousel much. Only seen you here 3 times before today.
I've been there much more than that.
That right? Did you see me?
Yes,
Did you know I was Billy Bigelow?
they told me.
You got a sweetheart?
No,
Oh, don't lie to me.
I haven't anybody.
You stayed here the first time I asked. You know your way around, right?
I don't, Mr. Bigelow.
Well, what'd you stay for anyway?
So you wouldn't be left alone.
Alone? I don't need to be left alone. I can have all the girls I want. And not just mill girls. Any girl.
I know, Mr. Bigelow,
What do you know?
that all the girls are crazy for you. But that's not why I stayed. I stayed because you've been so good to me.
Well, then you can go home.
I don't want to go home now.
Well, suppose I went away and just left you sitting there?
Even then, I wouldn't go home.
You know what you remind me of? Of a girl I met once in Coney Island. Okay, I'll tell you how I met her. One night, just after closing time, we just switched off the lights in the Carousel. And then, hey, let me ask you something.
Evening, Bascom.
Evening. Last night.
Indeed it is. Say, Mr. Bascom, isn't that one of your girls?
One of my girls? Is that you, Miss Jordan?
Yes, Miss Bascom?
What are you doing out at this time of night? You know what time to close the doors in the mill boarding house? You couldn't be home on time now if you ran all the way.
No, sir.
So who's this dude?
Here now. Don't you go calling Mr. Bascom names. You're fixing to get yourself in some trouble. We got a report on this fella from the chief of police at Bangor. Bit of a sly goat, say, well, up from Coney Island.
New York.
Works on carousels and makes a specialty of young things like this. Gets some more moony-eyed, promises to marry them, then takes their money.
I ain't got any money.
You speak when you're spoken to, miss.
Julie, you've heard what kind of blackguard this man is. You're an inexperienced girl, and he's imposed on you and deluded. That's why I'm inclined to give you one more chance.
You hear that?
I'm going to meet my parents at the church. Then we'll drive you home, and I'll explain everything to the housemaid.
Well, don't be sitting there like you haven't got good sense.
Do I have to go with him?
No, you don't have to.
Then I'll stay.
After I warned you.
You see, Timothy, there's some of them you just can't help nowadays. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Bascom.
Good night, Mr. Bascom.
You low down scallywag. I throw you in jail.
What?
I don't know. But I'm sure as hell wish you did.
Well, and then what?
Huh?
You were starting to tell me a story
I was?
about that girl in Coney Island.
Well, it was a real dark night, see, and then up came this little figure wearing a shawl, and then... Say, ain't you scared of me? I mean, after what the cop said about me taking money from girls and things.
I ain't scared.
That's your name? Julie? Julie something?
Julie Jordan.
You're a queer one, Julie Jordan. Ain't you sorry that you didn't run away? You can still go if you want.
I reckon that I care to choose to stay. You couldn't take my money if I didn't have any, and I don't have a penny, that's true. And if I did have money, you couldn't take any, 'cause you'd ask and I'd give it to you.
You're a queer one, Julie Jordan. Have you ever had a fella you give money to?
No,
Have you ever had a fella at all?
no,
Well, you must have had a fella you went walking with.
yes.
Where'd you walk?
No special I recall.
In the woods,
No,
on the beach.
no,
Did you love him?
no. Never loved no one, I told you that.
You're a funny kid. Gonna go to town and dance, maybe?
No, I have to be careful
Or what?
of my character. You see, I'm never gonna marry. I'm never gonna marry. If I was gonna marry, I wouldn't have to be such a stickler. But I'm never gonna marry, and a girl who don't marry, she's gotta be much more particular.
Suppose I have to say I left
You?
you. Yeah, that scares you, don't it? You're thinking about what the cop said.
No, I don't pay no mind to what he said.
Then you wouldn't marry someone like me, would you?
I would if I loved you. It wouldn't make no difference what you did, not even if I died for you.
Or how do you know what you'd do if you loved me? Or how you feel? Or anything?
I don't know now how I know. Just the same, I know how it'd be if I loved you. When I worked in the mill, weaving at the loom, I gazed absent-minded at the room, and half the time the shuttle would tangle with the threads, and the warp would get mixed with the wool. If I loved you.
Yeah, but you don't.
No, I don't. But somehow I can see just exactly how I'd be. If I loved you, time and again I would try to say all I
That's what you said, wasn't it?
Yes. I can smell her. Can you? Glasses.
Ain't much wind tonight. Hardly any.
You can't hear a sound of the turn of the leaves, nor the fall of the wave hid in the sun. The tide's creeping up on the beach like a thief, afraid to be caught stealing the light. On a night like this, I start to wonder what life is all about.
And I always say two heads are better than one to figure it out.
I don't need you nor anybody to help me figure it out. Gotta figure it out for myself. We ain't important. What are we? Just a couple of specks of nothing. Look up there.
There's a hell of a lot of stars in the sky, and the sky's so big, the sea looks small. And two little people, you and I, we don't count at all.
You're a funny kid. I don't remember having met anyone like you before. You. Are you trying to get me to marry you?
No.
Well, then what's putting it into my head? You're different, all right? You look up at me with that little kid face as if you trusted me. I wonder what it would be like.
What?
Nothing. I know what it would be like. It'd be awful. I could just see myself. Kind of scrawny and pale, picking at my food, and lovesick like any other guy. I throw away my sweater and dress up like a dude in a dickie and a collar and a tie. If I love you.
But you don't.
No, I don't.
But somehow I can see just exactly how I Time and again I would try to say
stupid enough to want to, I wouldn't.
Don't worry, Big.
Who's worried?
Right about there being no wind. Blossoms are just coming down by themselves. Just their time too, I reckon.
What is going on?
Now just a minute, ladies, you've got to call a friend. We phoned the after 90 if you was ready yet.
We'd kinda like this climate to get an early start, and wanted for to tell you we went and done our part.
Look at them fast. Been digging up since sun. Look at them fast. All ready for the poll. Look at them fast. We're all going out and and what's more, we're hungry as ghosts.
March went out like a lion, all whipping up the water in the bay. Then April cried, they stepped aside, and along came pretty little May. May was full of promises, but she didn't keep quick enough for some. And a crowd of doubting Thomases, all predicting that the summer had never come.
But it's coming by, you can feel it, you can feel it in your heart, you can see it in the ground.
You can hear it in the trees, you can smell it in the breeze.
Look around, look around, look around. It's busting out,
Birds are busting out at bushes, and the rolling river pushes every little wheel that built beside her
Now, come on, you sleep up there. And you sit up there and keep out of the way. And don't put me no in the business.
You need me, Cousin Eddie?
Now, you stay here and visit with Carrie. You haven't seen each other for a long time. Do you good?
Is he working yet?
No. Cousin Nettie's been awful kind to us, letting us stay here with her.
Mr. Snow says a man that can't find work these days is just bone lazy.
Billy don't know any trade. He's only good at what he used to do. So now he just don't do anything.
Will the Carousel woman take him back?
I think she would, but he won't go. I asked him why, and he won't tell me. Last Monday, he hit me.
Did y'all hit him back?
No,
Why'd you leave him?
I don't want to.
I would. I'd leave him. Thinks that just because he's Billy Bigelow, he can do whatever he likes. Don't support you. Beats you. He's a bad one.
He ain't willingly and meaningly bad.
Maybe he ain't. That night you sat on the bench together, he was gently then. You told me.
Yes, he was.
But now he's always acting up.
Not always. Sometimes he's gentle, even now. After supper, when he stands out here and listens to the music from the carousel, something comes over him and he's gentle.
What's he say?
Nothing. He just sits and gets kind of thoughtful. You see, he's unhappy because he ain't working. That's really why he hit me on Monday.
Fine reason for hitting you. Beats his wife because he ain't working.
It preys on his mind.
Did he hurt you?
No, Harry, no.
Julie, I got some good news to tell you about me. About Mr. Snow and me. We're going to be cried in church next Sunday. Carrie's going to be married. Yeah, I'm 2 months. Julie was the first to know.
Oh, Julie, what's he like, Julie?
Julie has never seen you, but you all will soon. He's coming here today. I asked him to the clan bake. Can't hardly wait till I see him.
Can't only wait for the wedding.
Neither.
What a day that'll be for you.
When you walk down the aisle, the heads will turn, while the rosy bodies will be. And you try to smile, but your cheeks will burn, and your eyes will get so dim you can hardly see. With your orange blossoms quivering in your hand.
let's leave those two lovebirds alone. Oh, Enoch.
Are you surprised?
Surprised? I'm mortified. Well, this was him.
Carrie told me a lot about you.
I told you a lot about Julie, didn't I?
Carrie tells me you're coming to the clam bake.
Looks like we'll have good weather for it, too.
Not a cloud in the sky.
You're right.
He don't say much, but what he does say is awful pithy. Well, is anything like I told you he was?
Just like.
Oh, Kara, I nearly forgot. I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? Them flowers were Nettie's. Where's yours? Geranium seeds?
And this is his hydrangeas. Thought we might plant them in front of the cottage. They do good in Sulphur.
That'll be beautiful.
I like digging around the garden in my spare time. Like to plant flowers and take care of them. Does your husband like that too?
No, I couldn't rightly say Billy likes to take care of flowers. He likes to smell them, though.
Enoch's nice looking, ain't he?
Come, Karen.
Steady and reliable, too. Well, ain't you gonna wish us luck?
Carrie, I can't wish you luck.
And you can kiss Enoch, too. Us being such good friends and me being right here, looking on at you.
Why are you crying, Miss?
It's because she has such a good heart.
We thank you for your heartfelt sympathy.
Mrs. Bigelow. Mrs. Billy Bigelow, that's my name. Billy? You know Carrie? This is her intended Mrs. Snow.
Mr. Bigelow, I almost feel like I know you. How are you? Just fine. Getting over a little chest cold this time of the year, you know?
Billy?
Oh, why did you go ahead and say it? Stayed out late, I ain't working, and I'm living off your cousin Nettie.
I didn't say
She has on the tip of your tongue.
Billy, be sure and come back in time to go to the clam bake.
I ain't going to no clam bake. Come on, Chica.
I'm glad you ain't got no whoop jamboree notions like Billy.
Well, Karen, seems Tam Man has enough to worry about. Getting a good sleep at night, and so as to get a good day's work the next day. Without going out looking for any special trouble.
That's true, Enoch.
A man's got to make plans for his life, and then he's got to stick to them.
Your plan's turning out just fine, ain't they, Enoch?
All according to schedule, so far. I own a little house, and I sail a little boat, and the fish I catch, I sell. And in a manner of speaking, I'm doing very well. I love a little girl, and she's in love with me, and soon she'll be my bride. And in a manner of speaking, I should be satisfied.
Well, ain't you?
If I told you my plans and the things I intend, it would make every curl on your head stand on end. When I make enough money out of one little boat, I'll put all my money in another little boat. I'll make twice as much out of two little boats, and the first thing you'll know, I have four little boats, then 8 little boats, then a fleet of little boats, then a great big fleet of great big boats. All catching herring, bringing it to shore, sailing out again, and bringing in more and more and more and
Who's gonna eat all that herring?
more. They ain't gonna be herring. Gonna put them in nice and call them sardines. Gonna build a little sardine factory, and then a big one, and then the biggest one in the whole country. Karen, I'm gonna get rich on sardines. I mean, we're gonna get rich. You and me, and all of us. The first you we're married, we'll have one little kid. The second you will go and have another little kid. You'll soon be darning socks for rains for the feet.
Up to another fleet.
Our dear little house will get bigger. Our dear little house will get bigger.
And so will my figure.
Carrie, can you imagine Handley when all the kids were upstairs asleep in bed? And you and me sitting alone in the firelight. Me in my armchair, you on my knee, maybe. When the children are asleep, you'll dream with me. The things that every other daddy ever dreamed. When the children are asleep and lights are low, if I still love you the way I love you today, you'll call it I told you so. When the children are asleep, I'll dream with you. We'll think what fun we have had and be glad that we all came
I'm running on the stairs. Then in a manner of speaking, house is really there. But once they close their eyes, and we are left alone and free from all their foes. Then in a manner of speaking, we can be really alone.
Children are asleep and lights are low.
If I still love you,
shipmates are gone, I want to talk to you. Got an idea for you and me to make money.
Yeah? How much?
More than you ever saw in your whole life.
All right.
When you're looking for laughs, they trap you into jail. So I'm shipping out to sea, where life is getting free, and a fella can flick a hook in the hip of a whale.
Low, high, low, low, away we will go. We'll go away in a sailing away. Away we'll go, blow me high and low. For many, many a long, long day. For many, a long, long day.
And it's wonderful just to feel your hands upon the wheel, or to listen to window whistling in the sail, or to climb aloft and be the very first to see a chrysanthemum spout come out of the snout of a whale.
Low, high, low, low, away we will go. We'll go away in a sailing away. Away we'll go, blow me high and low. For many, a long, long day. For many, a long, long day.
A rocking upon the sea, your boat would seem to be like a dear little baby in her bassinet. And she hasn't learned to walk, and she hasn't learned to talk, and a little behind is kind of inclined to be wet.
Low, high, low, low, away we will go. We'll go away in a sailing away. Away we'll go, blow me high and low. For many, a long, long day. For many, a long, long day.
Tell you, Billy, Safe was selling cakes.
So you say that this dude that's the owner of the mill is also the owner of your ship?
That's right. And tonight he'll be taking $3,000 or $4,000 down to the captain. By step. You'll walk along the waterfront by yourself with all that money.
You think he'd take someone with him?
Not him. Not the last 3 times anyway. Sat in the same spot and watched him pass it. Once, I nearly jumped it.
Yeah, well, why didn't you?
Oh, don't like to do a job unless it's airtight. This one needs 2 to pull it out right. And besides, there was a moon shining on him like a torch. Don't like moons. But lately, the nights have been running to 5. And it's 10 to 1 we'll have 5 tonight. That's why I wanted you to tell your wife we'd go to that picnic, the clam bake.
Clam bake? But why?
Suppose we're all over on the island and you and me got lost for half an hour. And suppose we got in the boat and come over here and did whatever we had to do. Well, there's your alibi. We just say we were lost on the island all that time.
Yeah, but what did I have to do?
You go up to dude and you say, "Excuse me, sir, could you tell me the time?"
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me the time?
Right.
Yeah, and then what?
Well, by that time, I got my knife in his wrist, and you take your knife.
I ain't got a knife.
Well, you can get one, can't you?
I ain't gonna do it. It's dirty.
What's dirty about it?
The knife.
All right, forget the knife. Just go up to him with a tin cup and say, "Please, sir, will you give me $3,000? See what he does for you.
I ain't gonna do it.
Of course, you got all the money you
Oh,
want.
you know I ain't got money. Money thinks I'm dead.
Well, that's what I thought. And you're out of a job, and you got a wife to
Hey, you
support.
leave my wife out of it. What do you want?
Hello, Willie.
What are you doing here?
Come to talk business.
Business.
I see you're still hanging around your jailbird friend.
Yeah, so what's it to you who I hang around with?
There's one thing I can't buy. It's the common type of woman.
So what you doing here anyway? You got a new bark, ain't you?
Why don't you stay home and sleep at night? You look awful.
It's as good as I am, ain't you?
Tidy up there a little.
I leave my hair be.
I told you to leave it in a mess, you'd tidy it up. I hear you've been beating her. If you're sick of her, why don't you leave
Oh,
her?
you'd like me to leave her, wouldn't you?
Don't flatter yourself. If I'd have had any sense, I wouldn't have come here. Things you gotta do when you're in business. I'd sell the damn carousel if I could.
Why? Ain't it crowded without me?
Those fool girls keep asking for you. They miss you, see? Are you going to be sensible and come back?
I guess I could always stay here living with Julie. And leave her?
You beat her, don't you?
I don't beat her! What's all this damn business about beating? I hit her once, and now the whole damn town's going on about my beating her. I tell you, the next person I hear about beating her, then...
All right, all right. I take it back. I don't want to get mixed up in it.
Beat her. As if I beat a little thing like that.
What's the odds one way or another? Look at the thing straight. You've been married 2 months and you're sick. Out there's the carousel. Show booths, young girls, all the beer you want, a good living, and you're throwing it all away. You know what? I got a new music machine for the carousel.
Yeah, I know.
How do you know?
You can hear it from here. I listen every night.
Good one, ain't it?
Yeah, Jim Dandy. It's got a good tone.
You ought to come up close and hear it. Makes you think the carousel's going faster. You belong up there, and you know it. You ain't cut out for a respectable married man. You're an artist type. You belong among artists. Tell you what, you come back and I'll give you a ruby ring my husband left me.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I suppose I could always stay here with Julie.
Holy moly!
What's wrong?
Can you imagine how the girls would love that? A barker who runs home to his wife every night. Why, people would laugh themselves sick.
Oh, I know what you want.
Don't be so stuck on yourself.
Well, I ain't happy here. And that's the truth.
Poor Shane.
Do you want anything?
I brought you your coffee.
Why don't you stay and have a talk with her? She'll understand. Maybe she'll be glad to get rid of you.
Maybe.
Billy, before I forget, I got something to tell you.
Yeah, all right.
I've been meaning to tell you. In fact, I was going to yesterday.
No, go ahead.
I can't. We've got to be alone.
Can't you see I'm busy here talking business?
It'll only take a minute.
Now, look, get out of here.
I tell you, it'll only take a minute.
I said get out of here.
No.
What are you saying?
Hello, Billy. I'll drop by Bascone's Bank and get some small change for the carousel. And I'll be back in a few minutes for your answer to my proposition.
Well, go ahead and tell me and make it quick.
I can't tell it so quick. Why don't you drink your coffee?
Is that what you wanted to tell me?
No. By the time you drink it, I'll have told you.
Well,
Yesterday, my head ached, and you asked me?
yeah?
Well, you see, that's what it is.
What, you're sick?
No, it's nothing like that. It's awful hard to tell you. I'm not a bit scared because it's a perfectly natural thing.
Well, what is it?
Well, when two people live together,
Yeah?
I'm gonna have a baby.
Hey, Billy, Billy!
Hey, Jigger, Julie's gonna have a baby.
Yeah, what about it?
Nothing.
My mother had a baby once.
He in there with her? And having a row, I bet. When he comes back to me, I ain't gonna let him around you anymore. You know that, don't you?
Low down pussy.
Ain't gonna let him get in your clutches. Anyone that gets mixed up with you ends up in the jailhouse. Or the grave.
You mousy-haired tramp. Coming between a man and his wife.
Coming between nothing. They don't belong together. Nobody knows him like I do. And nobody's gonna get him away from me either. And that goes for you.
Who wants him? He's gonna get himself tied down to a bony-hipped slut like you. What good would he be to me?
He won't be no good to you. And he won't end up with a policeman bullet in his heart. Like that Roberts boy you hung around with last year. Wish the bullet hadn't got you, you sleep-eyed wart rat. You keep away from them, that's all, or I'll get the cops after you.
Slut.
Yeah, call names. But I got his back just the same. and you're through.
Get yourself a new coat of paint, you old pleasure boat. You're starting to peel.
What, you still here?
Didn't you tell me to come back? Here, you want it in advance on your salary. Well, it's only fair. You've been out of work a long time.
Go home, Mr. Muller.
What's the matter with you?
Can't you see I'm having my breakfast? Go back to your carousel.
You mean you ain't coming with me?
Get out of here!
I'll never speak to you again. Not if you were dying, I wouldn't.
No, that worries me a lot.
What did she tell you in there?
She told me.
Some lies about me, I bet.
No, nothing about you, Mrs. Muller. Just about Judy and me and... As a matter of fact, Mrs. Muller, I'm going to be a father.
You? Julie?
Get out of here, Mrs. Muller.
You're a father.
Go home, Mrs. Muller.
I wonder what he'll think of me. I guess you'll call me the old man. I guess you'll think I can lick any other fella's father. Well, I can. I bet that he turns out to be the spitting image of his dad. But he'll have more common sense than his pudding-headed father ever had. I'll teach him to wrestle and dive through a wave when we go in the morning for our swim. His mother can teach him the way to behave, but she won't make a sissy out of him. Not him, not my boy, not Bill. Bill. My boy Bill, I will see that he's named after me. I will. My boy Bill will be tall and as tough as a tree. Well, Bill, like a tree, he'll grow with his head held high and his feet planted firm on the ground. And you won't see nobody dare to try to toss him around. No, that's what a blacky face bully will boss him around.
And I don't give a damn what he does. As long as he does what he likes.
He can sit in his tail or work on a rail with a hammer and spikes.
He can ferry a boat in a river, or pedal a pack on his back.
Or walk up and down the streets of a town with a whip and a horse and a hack. He can haul a scow along a canal, drive a cow around a corral, or even bark for a carousel. Of course, it takes talent to do that well.
He might be the chap with the heavyweights, or the fella that sells you glue.
Or President of the United States, that'd be all right too.
His mother would like that, but he wouldn't be president unless he wanted.
Not Bill. My boy Bill will be tall and as tough as a tree. Will Bill, like a tree, he'll grow with his head held high and his feet planted firm on the ground. And you won't see nobody dare to try to boss him or toss him around. No fat bottom, flappy face, hot-bellied, baggy-eyed bastard will boss him around. And I'm damned if you'll marry his boss's daughter, some skinny-lipped virgin with blood like water, who'll give him a peck and call it a kiss, and look in his eyes through a lorgnette.
Why am I getting all het up like this?
My kid ain't even been born yet. I can see him when he's 17 or so, and starting out to go with a girl. I can give him lots of pointers very sound, on the way to get round any girl. I can tell him...
Wait a minute. What the hell? Could it be?
What if he is a girl? Bill! Oh, Bill! What could I do with her? What could I do for her? Me, a bum with no money. You can have fun with the sun, but you gotta be a father to a girl. It mightn't be as bad as that. A kid with ribbons in her hair. A kind of neat and petite, a little tin type of a mother. What a I can hear myself bragging about it. My little girl, pink and white as peaches and cream is she. My little girl is half as bright again as girls are meant to be. Dozens of boys pursue her, many a likely love. Does what he can to woo her from her faithful dove. She has a few pink and white young fellows of 2 and 3, but my little girl gets hungry every night, and she comes home to me. I gotta get ready before she comes. I gotta make certain that she won't be dragged out in slums with a lot of bums like me. She gotta be sheltered and fed and dressed in the best that money can buy. I never knew how to get money, but I'll try, by God, I'll try. I'll go out and make it, or steal it, or take it, or
Hey, Billy, what does Judy says about you not going to Clanby?
Hey, clambing. Yeah, maybe I will go after all. Hey, Chica.
I'll tell Judy you're coming. She'll be tickled pink.
Chica. I thought about what you said about going to the clam bake, and I changed my mind. I go and I do everything like you said, see?
Good.
I gotta get money to come to the baby, see?
Sure, the baby. Did you get the knife?
Knife?
I only got a pocket knife. He shows fight, you need a real one.
Yeah, well, I ain't got a knife.
Go inside and take the kitchen knife.
Yeah, they might see me.
Take it so they don't see ya.
Billy, is it true you're coming to the clam bake?
I think so, yeah.
We'll have a barrel of fun. I'll show you all over the island, know every inch of it. Be going to picnic lessons, I'm your little girl.
Billy, you don't even get the shawl. Billy said you ought to have a shawl. It gets cold at night, fog comes about. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, I'll go get it. The shawl.
Now that was real thoughtful, Billy.
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Come on, everybody.
All right.
I'm a pleasant life of Riley that is spoken of so highly. It's the life that everybody wants to live.
Because it's true, 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 true. Just because it's true, true, because it's true, because it's true, because it's true, because it's true. mowing we reach those red mud lumps, there's out to the driftwood farms. Sizzle and crackle and splutter the songs, with boiling angels call.
We slid them back and peppered them good, and doused them in melted butter. Then we tore away the coals and cried them with our teeth, 'cause they weren't in a boat of water.
Then at last came the clouds, steamed on the rockweed and popping from their shells. Just how many of them got down our gullies, we couldn't say ourselves no. This was a real nice fun day. We might be trying as we played. The meals we ate were good and you bet the company was the same. Oh, so all the days of book when we all needed pride. This was a real nice fun day, and we all had a real good time. We said it alone and we'll say it again. We all had a real good time.
Ain't it about time the boys started their treasure hunt?
Now, just a minute. Nobody's going to treasure hunt until we get this island cleaned up.
Oh,
Go in and get to work. The whole kit and caboodle of you. Now, clean that, brother, and gather up those bottles. Hey, Enoch, while they're cleaning up, you can go hide the treasure.
Why should he get out of working?
Because he found the treasure last year. The one who finds it hides it the next year. That's the way we do.
Hey, Jigger.
It's a nice set-up little piece, that carry.
Hey, Jigger, don't you think it's time for us to start?
No, wait till they're ready for that treasure hunt. Maybe they could wait for you and me to leave. We'll be a team, see? Then we get lost together, like I said. But stop jumping around from one foot to another. Now go along to your wife and tell that Carrie to come and talk to me.
Hey, Jigger, you ain't got time for girls tonight.
Sure I have. You know me, quick or nothing.
Hey, Jigger, after we done it, what then?
Oh, bury the money and act like nothing happened for 6 months.
Yeah, and then?
Wait another 6 months and buy passages on a ship.
Yeah, but the baby will be born by then.
We'll take it along with us.
Hey, maybe you can sail to San Francisco?
What'd you keep putting your hand to your chest for?
My heart keeps beating under the knife.
Well, put the knife on the other side.
Mr. Bigelow, Julie says you should come and help her. Why ain't you working?
I don't feel so good.
Maybe the client's not sitting so good on your stomach.
No, it's nothing on my stomach. It's on my mind. Would you come sit here with me a minute? I want your advice.
Now look here, Mr. Cragen, I ain't got no time for no workouts and our fish stories.
You're sweet and sugar and I'm crazy for you. Never had this feeling before for anyone.
Mr. Cragen!
Ain't nothing I wouldn't do for you. I just see your lovely smile. I'd swim through beer with my mouth closed. You're the only girl for me now. How about a little kiss?
Mr. Cragen, I couldn't.
Did you just hear me say I loved you?
I'm sorry for you, but what can I do? Enoch and me are going to be crying in church next Sunday.
Next Sunday I'll be far out at sea looking at the ice cream water. Maybe I'll jump in and drown myself.
Oh, no.
What is it? How about a little kiss? One measly little kiss.
Enoch wouldn't like it.
I don't want to kiss Enoch.
Thank you not to yell at me, Mr. Cragen. If you love me like you say you do, then please show me the same respect like you would if you didn't love me.
Carrie, Miss Pepperidge. Just one word, please. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness. Only I couldn't help myself. For a few awful minutes, I'll let the brute come at me.
I think I understand, Mr. Cragen.
Damn, Miss Pickridge, thank you kindly. There's just one thing that worries me, though. And it worries me a lot. It's about you.
About me?
Well, you're such a little innocent. You had no right to stay here alone and talk with a man you hardly know. Suppose I was a different type of fella, you know? Unprincipled. A fella uses physical strength to have his will. There are such men, you know.
I know, but...
Every girl ought to know how to defend herself against beasts like that. Now, there are certain grips in wrestling I could teach you. Tricks to land a masher flat on his face in 2 minutes.
I ain't strong enough.
It's nothing to do with strength. It's all in the balance. Dig with the elbow and a twist of the wrist. Here, let me show you the simple one. This may save your life someday. Right. Now, suppose a fella grabs you like this. Now, you put your arms around the neck. That's it. Now, pull me towards you. That's it. Now, pull the head down. That's it. Now, put your right arm all the way around my neck. Great. Now, squeeze hard. Tighter. Good girl. Yeah.
Does it hurt?
You got me helpless.
Another one.
All right, now, here's how you can land a masher flat on his face. Now, you get hold of... No, wait a minute. I'll do it to you first, then you can do it to me, okay? Now, stand still and relax. This is the way firemen carry people.
Is it?
See how helpless you can make a fella gets fresh with you?
Mr. Craig. What? Oh, hello, Enoch. This is the way firemen carry people.
And where's the fire?
It was only showing me how to defend myself.
Well, it didn't look like you'd learned much by the time I came in.
What sort of fussing and fuzzling and wasn't about?
In my opinion, sir, you are as scurvy a hunk of scum as I ever seen near the water's edge at low tide.
The same side you.
I never thought I'd see the woman I'm engaged to being carried out of the woods like a fallen deer.
He wasn't carrying me out of the wood. He was carrying me into the wood.
I think we have said all we have to say. And kind of bad women who are free, loose, and lollygagging, and I certainly would never marry one.
But Enoch!
Leave me, please. Leave me alone with my shattered dreams. They're all I have left. Memories of what didn't happen.
Time
virtuous man is doomed to weep and wail. Stone cutters cut it on stone. Wood pickers pick it on wood. There's nothing so bad for a woman as a man who thinks he's good. That's my mother used to say to me, where do you grow up, my son? I hope you're a bum like your father was, 'cause a good man ain't no fun. Stone cutters cut it on stone, wood pickers pick it on wood. There's nothing so bad for a woman as a man who thinks he's good.
Take so,
Tis true,
take so.
tis true.
Enoch, say forgive me. Say something sweet to me, Enoch. Something soft, sweet. Say something soft and sweet.
Boston cream pie. Hey, Jigger, is there anything?
Yeah, ain't about time we started this treasure hunt?
Right now, you all got your partners. Now it's 2 men to each team. You get half an hour to find the treasure. And the winner can kiss any girl he wants.
Are you going with Jigger? Don't you think that's foolish?
Why?
Neither one of you knows the island good. You ought to split up, didn't you?
We partners, see. Come on, Jigger.
I wish you wouldn't.
I don't know what gets into men. Enoch put on a new suit this morning and he's like a different person.
I've never seen yet to fail. I never seen it fail. A girl who's in love with any man is doomed to weep and wail.
They're even worse after they marry you. If you don't like me back, Mary, you'll be better.
See, Mrs. Mullins over there, be mad, of course. She'll tell you.
Look, just take your life away. There's no relief in sight. It's clogging and scrubbing and sewing all day, and God knows nothing all night. Stone cutters cut it on stone, wood pickers take it on wood. There's nothing so bad for a woman as a man who's bad or good.
It makes you wonder, don't it?
Now you tell it, Julie. You know
Yeah, but suppose he don't come.
He'll come. What do you say to him?
Good evening, sir. Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me the time?
Right.
Yeah, and suppose he answers me.
He won't answer you.
Jigger, have you ever killed a man before?
If I did, I wouldn't be likely to say so, would I?
No, suppose not, but what when one day, when we come up before, before...
Before who?
Or before God.
You and me? Not a chance.
Why not?
What's the highest court they ever dragged you before?
Well, just police magistrates, I guess.
Sure. Never been before the Supreme Court judge now, have you?
No.
What's the same in the next world? For the rich, the high court and heavenly judge. You and me, police magistrates. For the rich, fine music and chubby little angels.
Hey, won't even get any music?
Not a note. All we get is justice. There'll be plenty of that for you and me. Yes, sir. Nothing but justice.
It's getting late. Those people will be coming back from the clan bake soon. Suppose he don't come.
He'll come. Say, do you want to play a game of cards while waiting? Time will pass quicker that way.
You're all right.
How much money you got?
80 cents?
All right, 80 cents. We'll play 21 and I'll bank.
I'll bet the bank.
Sounds like he's got an ace.
And another. Yeah, and again. Too much. I wish that dude would come and get it over with.
He's a little late. Don't you want to go on with the game?
I ain't got any money. I told you.
Do you want to play on credit?
You trust me?
No, but I'll deduct it.
From what?
Your share of the treasure. If you win, you can deduct it from my share.
You're all right to me. You can't just stand around here all day to drive us kind of crazy. How much is the bank anyway?
The dude will have 3,000 on it. That's what he always takes the captain. But tonight, the captain don't get it. We get it. 1,500 to you, 1,500 to me.
Yeah, go ahead and deal. 50. No, $100. And again. Yes, enough.
21.
All right. That's fine. Double enough.
Double or nothing it is.
And again. That's enough.
21.
Hey, you cheating!
Me? Do I look like a cheat?
All right. It's time. 500.
Dollars?
Dollars.
See, you're a plunger, ain't you? Yes, sir.
And again. Oh, too much.
That makes 700 you owe me.
700. All right. It's time. Double enough. I'll stand pat.
21, a natural.
Hey, you bloody cheat! Excuse me, sir. Good evening, sir. Have you got the time?
Now, don't lie, either one of you. Go after that one. I'll keep this one covered. There's a bullet in here. Don't forget that. You was asking what time it was. I'll tell you. It's time for you. 10 to 20 years in prison.
Hold on, eh? You want to be in prison?
Where do you think you're going?
The other one got away. How about you, Mr. Baskin? You all right?
Yeah, I'm alright. Lucky, though. Very lucky. It's the first time I take a pistol out with me.
Still breathing.
Laying on his back. Watch his side. Careful of it. The silly fools. They didn't even notice I was coming from the ship, not going to it. The money they tried to kill me for is still hidden in the captain's desk.
Fools. But the one that got away, I didn't get a good look at him.
What's that?
It's the folks. They're coming back from the clam bake.
You better stop.
Stand back. Come on, get back.
Who is it? It's Julie! Julie Bigelow! Oh, poor Julie.
Julie. Julie. There's something I want to tell you. I couldn't see nothing ahead, see it. And Jigger, he said he knew I could make lots of money and maybe sail to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, if you want. I thought we could sail to San Francisco. Julie, hold my hand.
I'm holding it.
Tighter. Tighter. Julie.
The good Lord will help them now, man.
Where is he? Where is he? Please see him. Please.
Sleep, Billy. Sleep. Sleep peaceful like a good boy. You weren't a good boy. You were bad and quick-tempered and unhappy. But sleep peaceful now. I knew why you hit me. I always know everything you were thinking. But you didn't always know what I was thinking. One thing I never told you, scared you'd laugh at me. I'll tell you now. I love you. I love you. I love you. I was always ashamed to say it out loud, but now I said it, didn't I?
What am I gonna do? Why you gotta stay here with me? So I can be with you when we have the baby. Main thing is to keep on living. Keep on caring what happens. Remember that song we heard on the radio? Remember what it says? The words? Say them now. See if you know what they mean.
yourself together, man, and look it going.
Go on. Go on where?
Never you mind where. The important thing is we can't stay here. Julie! Julie! She can't hear you. Who decided that? You did. When you killed yourself? Oh. So it's all over. No, it's not as simple as all that. As long as there's one person on earth who remembers who you are, it's not all over. What are you going to do with me? I'm not going to do anything to you. I just came to collect you. Take you up to the judge. Judge? Ain't I going before the Lord God himself? What on earth reason deserves that so best? Just like Chicken said. No Supreme Court for little people, just policemen. Who said anything? Now you listen to me. If you think you're going to kick me around up here like they kick me around on earth, I'm going to do something about it. I'm dead now. I've got nothing to lose. So I'm going to stand up for my rights. I'm going before the Lord God himself. You hear? Straight to the top. Down, Mr. Bigelow. Calm down.
Take me beyond the pearly gates through a beautiful marble hall. Take me before the highest throne and let me be judged by the highest judge of all. Let the Lord come and yell, let his eyes flash flame. I promise not to quiver when he calls my name. Let him send me to hell. But before I go, I reckon I'm entitled to a hell of a show. One pink-faced angels on a purple cloud, twanging on their harps till their fingers get red. One organ music, let it roll out loud, rolling like a wave washing over my head. Want every star in heaven hanging in the room, shining in my eyes when I meet my doom. Reckon my sins are good big sins, and the punishment won't be small. So take me before the highest throne, and let me be judged by the highest judge of all.
Hey, who are you? What's going on?
Never mind who I am.
Where am I?
You're in the backyard of heaven. Look, there's the gates over there.
The pearly gates?
No, the pearly gates at the front. Those are the back gates. They're just mother of pearl.
Listen, I'm not going through no back gates.
Go where we send
Now
you.
listen to me. I didn't yell.
Well, don't. Now, this is a question I ask everybody. Is there anything on earth you've left unfinished? The reason I ask is that you're entitled to go back for a day if you'd like to.
I don't know. I reckon so long as I'm here, I may as well stay.
Wave's right to go back.
Yeah, but I want to ask you a question. Is the baby going to be a boy or a girl?
We'll come to that later.
I'm only asking.
Well, let me do the asking and you can do the answering. You left your wife on earth expecting a baby. Why on earth did you do that?
Well, I couldn't get a job, see? I couldn't bear...
You couldn't bear to see Judy cry. Why not come right out and say it? Why are you ashamed of saying the right words? Why are you ashamed that you love Judy?
I ain't ashamed of nothing.
Then why did you beat her?
I didn't beat her.
I hit her.
Why? Well, we'd argue, see, and she'd say this, and I'd say that. She'd be right, so I hit her.
And are you sorry you hit her?
I ain't sorry for nothing.
Oh, you can be as stubborn and difficult as you like. Up here, patience is as endless as time. We can wait. But I think it's only fair to tell you, Billy, you haven't done enough good in your life to get in there, not even to the back gates.
Well, if I can, I can.
I didn't say you couldn't. I said you hadn't done enough so far. You might still make it if you tried hard enough.
Oh, how?
Why don't you go back to Earth for a day? Like I said you could. You could do something really fine for somebody.
No, what could I do for anybody?
Well, for one thing, you might be a little daughter.
A daughter! So it's a girl! My baby!
She's not a baby anymore, Billy. She's 9 years old.
How can that be? Only just got here.
Got to get used to a new way of telling time. A year on Earth is only a day out there. Would you like to look down and see her?
Could I?
Certainly good. Follow me.
I want to ask you something. Is she happy?
No, she's not, Billy. She's a lot like you, which is why I thought you'd be the best one to help her.
Well, if she ain't happy, I don't want to see her.
Well, at the moment, she's having a fine time. She's down on the beach with her shoes and socks off.
Hey, like I used to.
Do you think you ought to take a look?
Oh? Where is she? What do I have to do to see her?
Just look and wait. Power of the sea will come to you.
Hey, is that her? That little girl with the brown hair?
Yes, pretty.
Yeah, my little girl.
Your daddy was a thief. 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 Your daddy was a thief.
Why did you make me look? You said you wanted to. Oh, I know what she's going through.
Yeah, something very similar to what happened to you when you were a child, isn't it?
Yeah, and somebody should do something to help her.
Somebody ought.
Say, you say if I want her, she can see me? Little girl? Louise?
For you. How did you know my name?
Somebody told me you lived here. I knew your father.
My father.
Yeah, I heard everything what those people said. It ain't true, any of it.
It is true, all of it.
Don't your mother told you?
No, but every kid in town knows it. They've been throwing it up me ever since I can remember. So dead.
What does your mother say about him?
Oh, she's told me a lot of fairy stories about how he died in San Francisco. She's always seen what a handsome fellow he was.
Huh. Well, he was. He's the handsomest fellow around here.
You really knew, did you? And he was handsome.
Yeah, he was handsome.
What else about him? Is there anything else good about him?
Well, yeah, he used to tell people funny stories on the carousel to make them laugh.
Is he? What else?
Hey, listen. I want to give you a present.
Don't come any closer. Mother would like
No,
it.
child, I don't mean any harm. I just want to give you a present. Something.
You go away with your white face. You scare me.
No, please don't chase me away. I want to give you something pretty. Something wonderful.
What is it?
Star.
Go away.
No, darling, please. I want to help you.
Look, my darling. Look at my arm.
Please, take it.
No.
Please.
No. Mama.
Baby! Every time things don't go just the way you want them, you hit someone you love.
Where is he?
I don't let him see me. It looks as if you saw me before you said that.
Oh, he's gone. I didn't hang it up, Mother. Honest. It's a strange man here. And he hit me. Hard. I heard the sound of it, but it didn't hurt, Mother. It didn't hurt at all. Don't be sorry, child. What happened, Mother? Did you believe me? Yes, I believe you. Is it possible for someone to hit you hard like that? Feel loud and hard and it don't hurt at all?
It's possible, dear, for someone to hit you
gotta go out and find it for yourselves. You can't lean on the success of your parents. That's their success. Don't be held back by their failures, neither. Makes no difference what they did or